Okay, this is going to be part 2 of the GermanFF OB ZB field telephones. I'm going to show you a little of the inside of them now. This is of course, your on-hook, off-hook switch. When it's in this position, it is on-hook. When it's like this, it's off-hook. When it's depressed, it's on-hook. You use two different pairs of switches to do this. You've got your connection terminals here. And to get access to all that, you loosen 2 screws here and one right behind the latch. Usually a micro screwdriver works best for this. These screws have been loosened most of the way though. So, without the underside has 2 plates that complete the contacts, and they simply come in brush against these spring-loaded contacts here. What I usually do is polish this area with steel wool. Lightly polish the tops of these with fine sandpaper, like 600 grit or better, and then put on these plates a dab of Noalox or OxGuard or any of the antioxidants for electronics work. Inside, you have a lot of wiring. This is your switch for your loud soft. This is the solenoid that controls the clapper. And this here are those micro switches that control on and off hook in different modes. There's a cam right here that operates them. If you notice the switches are not coming out of contact, you may have to get in there with a small screwdriver and apply a little pressure to bend the contacts so they work again. You can put OxGuard on the plates that come in contact with these, but do not put anything on these switches or it will cause problems. This, of course, is a ringer test switch, and when you press on it, this thing's propped up for view. It operates this micro switch, so just be sure in its up mode it's contacting and in the down mode it's not contacting the plates. If you have any problems, what you may do is take a fine piece of sandpaper, slip it between the contacts, and run it up and down a few times each side. Polish the contacts up. Usually solve the issue. Now, if you want to take the whole case apart, these screws rimmed in red, you loosen them. There's 4 of them. 2 here, 1 back here, 1 right over here. Once they're loosened, you can take the entire top off. The rest of the case, you may have to apply a little pressure because they actually do seal it with a rubber gasket. Now, you can see this is your magneto crank. It's got a helical gear drive system. What you may want to do on the gear drives, I would recommend applying some, you can actually, if you use OxGuard or Noalox, they're greasy enough to do the trick. Vaseline would be fine in regular climates, but if you're going to be in a high temperature climate like the desert, you should probably put a small amount of axle grease on them to lubricate them. Set of coils. This is the bottom of the battery box, the contactors coming out. And here are your ringer bells. If your ringer is not working right, loosen these 2 screws just a little bit and you can twist the whole bell. It's on a concentric mount. Twisting it one way will move it closer to the clapper and move the other, move it away. What you want to do is either short the terminals together and crank it by pushing the button, or run a jumper wire to another phone and crank it to make this ring, and adjust the bells until when the switch is in a loud position they're the loudest, and lock them down again right here. And you may want to consider putting a drop of Loctite on those so they don't creep loose again. I had one from the factory that was defective that way, and I had to tweak the ringer a little bit. This is actually my wrecked unit here. They sent me one that was in bad shape. It works, but the case is busted, and the handset was broken in 2, so it got epoxied back together. So I just keep it for parts. Now, your best bet is to Just basically clean them up and keep them in good shape. If you put OxGuard on the different contacts, you'll be in really good condition. It'll probably last another 40 years, 50 years. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to use the zbpart2 switchboard, what I pieced together. Thank you.